Welcome back to JKPRising. Today's video is about Dead Space 4 and how the game is not canceled, even though a lot of people keep saying it is, and a lot of rumors, and people are like, oh, well, Visceral Games is working on Star Wars and Battlefield, so why would they touch Dead Space? Dead Space 4 has not been canceled because EA and Visceral Games have made it very clear, and they keep letting us know, hey, fans of Dead Space, this series is not canceled, we're not working on it right now, but we still love Dead Space, and it's not gone. So they keep repeatedly telling us, hey, it's not over, it's not over, it's not over, it's not over. So more than likely, it's probably not over. But the series is not really in development right now because there's not much of a demand for Dead Space, I don't think. Sadly, not much. Star Wars is a big series that EA is doing a lot of right now, and Visceral Games has their hands tied because before they were busy with Battlefield Hardline, and now that that game is over with, now they're tied up with a new Star Wars game. So Dead Space 4 is not canceled, guys. It's not coming out anytime soon, but it's not done because the series did leave off on a cliffhanger, and we are still waiting to see the conclusion of that story. JKPRising has been known to be a Halo channel on YouTube, and I have said in the past that I want to branch out to other series, and I am a big Dead Space fan, even though I wouldn't call myself much of a survival horror fan, but for some reason I really like Dead Space. So I am going to try my best to make more active Dead Space videos because there aren't many people on YouTube making Dead Space videos or actively making Dead Space videos. And what I mean by that is, yeah, you might see someone make a Dead Space video eventually, but they're not constantly uploading new daily or weekly or monthly Dead Space content. So my goal on JKPRising, I'm going to try my hardest to upload frequent Dead Space content, and I guess be the Dead Space Halo YouTube, or I guess the Dead Space YouTuber. I love this series like I love Halo, and this series has been dormant for a little while, and unlike Halo, which has gone down a really bad path in my opinion, Dead Space 4 could be the first step in a great direction for this series. This series could go through a reboot process, not saying that they would redo the story, but it could be like Dead Space 4 could be the start of a brand new trilogy or a start of a brand new series, kind of like Deus Ex Universe where they have all these different types of games intertwined within the same universe. But it's not necessarily a trilogy, but it's not necessarily a saga either, or it could be taken as a saga. But Dead Space is a big game, and I feel like the fact that we have a couple years between Dead Space 3 and the next Dead Space is a good thing because this gives us time to think and speculate on and get our voice heard on what we want to see in the next Dead Space game. And there's room for everything. Like the cutting board, the drawing board is completely open, everything's blank, there were ideas everywhere. This series could go in any direction, and this could be a great way to quote-unquote reboot Dead Space for a brand new generation of fans and gamers. So my goal for JKPRising is to upload Dead Space videos, like what I liked about in Dead Space, what I did not like about in Dead Space, what I want to see in the next game. There's a lot of different options to take with this series, and I'm looking forward to discussing those topics with you guys. And hopefully I can acquire more of a Dead Space fan base versus a Halo fan base, guys. I know mostly everyone who watches my videos are into Halo, and they're not really into Dead Space, but I love Dead Space, and maybe I can build something on here like we did with Halo. So my name is James of JKPRising. This is the beginning of Dead Space content, and I will be getting more diverse and more in-depth and more technical and more video tech savvy with these videos. Right now it's just basic commentary with gameplay, but I do want to make it a bit different than just gameplay commentaries. But bear with me as I try to figure out this series a bit more, and bear with me as I try to come up with some ideas on what I can talk about. If you guys have any ideas for Dead Space and what you would like to see in Dead Space 4, or what you think about the whole Dead Space 4 situation, let me know in the comments below. My name is James of JKPRising, and stay tuned for some more Halo videos as well as Dead Space videos here on the channel. Thanks, and have a great day.